Hello. So, let's go ahead and check out this. Let's go ahead and check out if I can play music without it being way too loud for you guys. Let me get the stream pulled up. Hello. So, let's go ahead. Check out if I can play music without it being way too loud for you guys. Let me get the stream pulled up. I think it's too loud. Anyways, we're predicting the Big Ten and the ACC. That's the title of this stream. So Big 12 and ACC playoff predictions. So some of y'all will be surprised by my predictions for each of these. First off, we start off with West Virginia. So if you don't know, they play a round robin. There's 10 teams in this conference, and they play all 9 other teams, right? West Virginia, all right, they face off I forgot what conference Florida State's from. ACC opponent. So, or we'll have to remember this. First week, I think they win their first 3 games. They start off 3-0 in my books. Eastern Kentucky is like basically a no-name almost, and Maryland, well, yeah, if you watched that prediction, you know I have them beating them. Kansas State, I will give Kansas State the win over West Virginia any day. Texas Tech, they're a flip-flop team. It's like 50 points in one day. The next day they score 2 points. Like, yeah, they're flip-flop. This is a coin flip game in my opinion. I'll take Texas Tech in that game. However, TCU, I'll actually take West Virginia against TCU. I'll take Texas over West Virginia. I'll take West Virginia over Kansas. Oklahoma, I'll take Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. You know, that West Virginia is not going to be the greatest team this year. Baylor, that was like once in a lifetime. They're the surprise team here last year, and I think they're going to take a step back. And I'll take West Virginia. Iowa State hosting West Virginia. This either determines if they go 7-5 or 6-6. I'll actually take you beating Iowa State on the road. So 7-5 for the West Virginia, whatever they're called. Kansas State. Kansas State starts off these 3 games. I know that I have them being Vanderbilt, North Dakota, and Buffalo. Easy. Buffalo. There's no way Buffalo. Yeah, easy. Texas to open up ACC play. I'll take Texas in that game. You'll beat Kansas. You'll beat TCU. Iowa State will beat you, but you'll beat Texas Tech. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State will beat you, and you'll beat Baylor. So 8-4 for this Kansas State team. Oklahoma State. They'll beat Oregon State. They'll beat Tulsa. They'll beat Western Illinois. I'm going to double check if I had them beating Oregon State because I'm pretty sure I did, but I got to make sure I'm right. So, hold on. Up as a W for one. Okay, Oregon State. Where do I do Oregon State? Okay, yeah, I do have them beating Oregon State. TCU, easy win. You'll beat Iowa. You'll beat Kansas. This should be freaking Thanksgiving. And just because of that, Oklahoma State's going to wall up Oklahoma, in my opinion. You'll beat Texas Tech. You'll beat Baylor. Texas and Oklahoma State. Very interesting game to end. It's a Friday game. I'll take Oklahoma State to go 12-0. Yes, I have Oklahoma State going 12-0. Texas. Take South Florida. Take LSU. I'll take Texas over South Florida, LSU, and take Texas over UTEP. This one, I'll take Texas against Oklahoma. Texas Tech and Texas. I'll take Texas. Texas over Baylor. straight sweeping over here. Iowa State, think you'll beat Iowa State. So I have Texas going 10-2. Oklahoma, I think you'll win both of these games. I think you'll beat Army. I think you'll beat Baylor. I think you'll beat Iowa State. I think you'll beat TCU. I think you'll beat Kansas. And think Texas Tech will lose to you. 10-2 for Oklahoma. But because they lose to Texas and Oklahoma State due to standings, Texas is in the Big 12 championship game. Texas Tech take you over UTEP, take you over Alabama State. I'm going to have to check on this game. I'll take you over Iowa State. I'll take Baylor to beat you. You'll win both these games right here. So I'm going to check if I had you beating Arizona. I know I had Arizona beating one team only. Hold up. I took Texas Tech. So 7-5 for Texas Tech. Iowa State. I think you'll beat Iowa. That's big. Wait. Do I have to double check on this one. I know this rivalry is a big rivalry. Huge. Big rivalry game. Bop. I don't know how y'all deal with my crap sometimes. Is that Iowa? No, it's Michigan. So Michigan, Ohio State. Alright. I had Iowa State beating Iowa. Take Iowa State over UNLV. I'll take you over Kansas. Take you over TCU, and I'll also take you over Baylor. Yes, Iowa State goes 7-5. Baylor, as you can see, obviously is not doing that well this season in my mind. They face Ole Miss. I have Ole Miss doing really well this season, and they'll beat you. You'll beat Kansas. You'll win your non-con games. Well, you'll win 2 of your non-con games. You'll beat TCU. So I have Baylor going 5-7. Very disappointing considering what they did last year. Kansas will beat New Hampshire. Will lose to Boston College. I'll have to double check on this one, I believe. You'll beat TCU. So, wait, no, you won't beat TCU. What am I thinking? You'll lose to TCU. So, obviously, Kansas is a bad team. The question is, did they beat Coastal Carolina? And did I have them losing to Coastal Carolina? So, Sun Belt. Yeah, Coastal Carolina's in the Sun Belt. I know I don't have Coastal Carolina doing well. I know that. Yeah, I have Kansas. It'd be embarrassing if Kansas lost to Coastal Carolina. I have Kansas going 2-10 this year, starting 2-2. Then, just derailing like normal. Kansas just no talent whatsoever. TCU, obviously, I do not have doing well at all. Gonna have to check on Cal. You'll beat Prairie View. You'll beat SMU, in my opinion. So I do have them doing better than, I have them coming 9th and whatnot. So, obviously at this point I have Oklahoma State and Texas facing off in the Big 12 title game. I'll take Oklahoma State in that game to secure my final playoff spot. You heard it here first. Before we do the ACC, I do not have Clemson making the playoffs. Crazy, right? Yeah, I know. I don't have Clemson making playoffs. My playoffs team are Minnesota, Oklahoma State, Arizona State, and what was the one team? Florida. So if I can go to Cal real quick. Wait, Cal's in the Pac-12, right? Or am I tripping? Yeah, Cal's in here. Cal's in the Pac-12. What am I doing? What am I thinking? Of course they're in the Pac-12. They've been there like their whole life. Yeah, all right. Let's see here. I had Cal beating TCU. So, Cal will beat you. Now, keep in mind, that's Cal's second game, and that's your first game, so Cal's most definitely going to be prepared for that one. So, TCU, I have going 3-9. Very disappointing. A lot of people are expecting TCU to do well. I personally don't. So this is the Big 12 this year, how it will shape out in my opinion. I don't have Baylor doing well at all. I think they'll take a huge step back, then a huge step forward next year. Have Oklahoma State making the college football playoffs. So my 4 playoff teams, Minnesota, Arizona State, Oklahoma State, and Florida. I'll tell you my natty predictions in a different video. I'll tell you my playoff predictions and whatnot in a different video. This obviously means Oklahoma State and Florida have the top 2 seeds, and Arizona State and Minnesota have the bottom 3 seeds. ACC. So, ACC obviously has Clemson. Do I have Clemson doing well or not? I obviously don't have them making the playoffs. I do know that much. All right, Wake Forest. Haha. You'll beat Old Dominion. Villanova has a football team. What the freak? You'll beat Villanova. Notre Dame. Notre Dame will beat you. You'll beat Duke. You'll beat Miami. Florida State will beat you. NC State, Syracuse, and Louisville will beat you. All of them will beat you. Clemson will beat you, and you'll beat Boston College. App State. Time to double check. Freaking A. Freaking A. Freaking A. Whoa, yeah. Freaking App State starts super early in the season. Whoa. Hold up. App State starts very early. Very, very early. Because... Where's the Wake Forest? That's weird. Wait, is this last year's schedule or is this year's schedule? Hold on. Because I just checked and they don't have a 2020 season. Huh. So there's an error. Let me pull this up on stream. Let me pull this up. Let me show you all I'm talking about. Look, no, Wake Forest. No Wake Forest whatsoever. That is weird. So if I had Wake Forest and App State going at it, I would take Wake Forest in this game. But that is very, very weird. Florida State facing West Virginia. I obviously have West Virginia. Samford, you're going to beat them. Boise State's going to beat you. NC State's going to beat you. Clemson's going to beat you. Louisville, Pitt, Miami. You'll beat Boston College. Syracuse will beat you. You'll lose to Florida. 3-9 for Florida State. I just don't see them winning many games at all. NC State. Boom. Louisville. I have to refresh my memory on here. NC State, I'll take. Wait, I have to refresh my memory on both these. No! Delaware, you'll be Duke. Clemson's going to beat you. Boston College is going to beat you. Syracuse is going to beat you. I'll take Liberty. I'll take North Carolina. 4-6. So obviously they start off really strong, but the thing is, do they finish strong? Let me check something. So, we gotta check on Troy first. Okay, unlike App State, this Troy game actually pops up in the previous one. We had NC State against Troy. So that's at least that's 5-7 for NC State. At least. Let me pull up the SEC one. Let's see. Okay. So they'll both be coming off their first game of that week. Mississippi State will definitely be favored, and Mississippi State will win. So NC State goes 5-7 in my books. Very disappointing after starting that strong. Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. They start 5-3, and then lost. Like, bro, Louisville. I have Louisville beating Clemson. This is why I don't have Clemson making the playoffs, because Louisville's going to do really well, in my opinion. Murray State, you'll beat West Kentucky. You'll lose to Syracuse. You'll beat Boston College. VTech will beat you. You'll beat Virginia. You'll beat Notre Dame. I have to check this game. I'm going to check that right now so I don't forget. I do remember I'd have like Kentucky going like 7-5 or whatever. I do know that. Either 7-5 or 6-6. I'm pretty sure it was 6-6. I took Kentucky in that game. I took Kentucky. So those upsets really mess you up. You go 9-3. Syracuse, another team I'm high on this year. Win. Beat Colgate. Western Michigan. I try to remember. I think I'll have to double check. Beat Liberty. I also have you beating Clemson. Yep. Beat Georgia Tech. You're 10-0. Oh my God. Will you go 12-0? Pitt will beat you. Yeah. Pitt's going to upset you at the end of the season. Clemson, I really do like, and Clemson has, Trevor Lawrence and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. But there's just something about Clemson that's I'm not being sold on. I'm not sold on Clemson at all this year. It's just a me thing, you could say, but I'm genuinely not sold on Clemson at all. Alright, Western Michigan. Who did I have you beating Syracuse? No, yeah, I had Syracuse beating you. I have Syracuse going 11-1 this year after a very disappointing year. After winning 10 wins, you go back to double-digit wins and going 11-1, starting 11-0, then dropping to Pitt. Very sad. Could have made the college football playoffs. You'll beat Georgia Tech, you'll beat Akron, you'll beat Virginia, you'll beat Boston College. See, the thing here is the rest of these games for Clemson are super easy. You'll win each of them. But I just have you drop into Louisville and Syracuse. I just think you'll drop those games. Boston College. Win. We have Boston College for Kansas. I had Kansas winning 2 games. 2 people too. Let's rewind this stream to find out where I had what record I had Kansas being. I had you losing to Boston College. You lose to Boston College. I'll have to double check the Purdue Boston College game. I'll beat VTech, which how was VTech doing? Not what pretty okay. At best, you can go 6-6. At worst, 5-7. You'll either finish with a bowl game, or you'll finish with no bowl game, and you'll either finish 5th, maybe. No, yeah, you'll finish 5th. You'll finish 5th at best. You're staying in 5th. Well, no, wait. You're either finishing 5th or 6th because you have a worse conference record than NC State. But the thing is, could you have a better record than NC State? That's the question. That's on everyone's mind. Will you finish better or worse than NC State? Let me find it. Let me see. Alright. So Boston College and Purdue. Purdue will be coming off of 3 games, so yeah, you guys will have roughly the same record. Yeah, you'll be both 2-1 in my predictions. Which one do I have taking the game though? I have Purdue beating you. So you finish 2nd worst in the conference. You should be. Oh no, I have you beating NC State. That saves you. Because if I didn't have you beating NC State, then you would finish 2nd worst in the Atlantic Division for the conference. So yeah. Because you beat NC State, you finished there. Pitt and, all these teams, Pitt versus Miami of Ohio. You really have me checking this again. You'll beat Marshall, you'll beat Richmond, you'll beat Duke, you'll beat Miami, you'll lose to Notre Dame. You'll beat Georgia Tech, hey, VTech, North Carolina, and Virginia. All will beat you. Each one. Every single one. Yep. That is big sad. Big mad. Freaking hate 6ix9ine. Like 6ix9ine is so bad at music. Oh my god. Miami of Ohio. Come out, wherever you are. It's legit the first game. Alright, let's see it. Pitt taking the game. Okay, so Pitt goes 8-4. Starting a strong 7-1. So they'll be ranked for part of the season, and they go 8-4. Falling down, blah blah blah. North Carolina, I'm on that North Carolina hype, but Central Florida beats you. But you win. You start winning games like a freaking boss, then Virginia Tech comes around and beats you. What? And then you start winning more games like a freaking boss. You go 10-2. Virginia Tech. Liberty. I have Penn State winning this game. You'll start just wiping floor. You'll just start wiping house, though. You just start wiping house, and Virginia got something to say to you. Yeah, that's right. Virginia comes around and beats you. So, North Carolina has the lead and goes to the ACC Championship. You have to check this. You'll win these games. You'll win this game. Gotta check the Georgia-Virginia game to open up the season. Yes. Alright. Yeah, I'm like not okay. Hello. I am back. Big Ten and SEC. All right. Virginia and Georgia. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had Georgia utterly dominant in this game. 8-4 for Virginia. Okay. My God, my parents don't know how to leave me the god dang alone. Like, God freaking. Win for Miami. 4-0. What? Then, 4 losses, then 5th win, then 5th loss. Then you'll win. You'll finish out 7-5. Duke. Dub. Yep. Straight W's. L-dub. So, 4-8 for this Duke team. Georgia Tech is a team on the rise, but I definitely don't have them doing well. Win L. 1-11. They're definitely a team on the rise. Don't get me wrong. They're definitely a team on the rise, but I feel like they're that schedule is just unforgiving for them. So I have Syracuse and North Carolina in the ACC Championship. Give me North Carolina to win the ACC, but because both of these teams have 2 losses, no playoffs for the ACC this year, in my opinion. The playoffs I have is Minnesota from the Big Ten, Oklahoma State from the Big 12, Arizona State from the Pac-12, and Florida from the SEC. A very interesting playoff picture. 4 teams that have never made the college football playoffs, yet they will this year, in my opinion. So, hello, XP. So, that is my predictions for the ACC and Big 12, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.